If you're planning on cashing out crypto in Dubai, you need to make sure you use the right platforms, because in Dubai, there's a ton of options, which is a good and bad thing. Yes, it gives us more options, but when those options might not be good, it becomes a bad thing. So in this video, I'm going to be going over exactly that, which ones you should use and why you shouldn't use other ones. Now, the first thing I want to mention is in the UAE, there are two different authorities for crypto and finance assets. Number one, Dubai has VARA, okay? And number two, Abu Dhabi has what is called ADGM. So to make a quick comparison between both of them would be a good starting point. So ADGM stands for Abu Dhabi Global Market. It's essentially Abu Dhabi's international financial center. It's bank grade, institutional, and globally recognized. Same league as the UK's FCA or Singapore's MAS. Now, on the other hand, the one for Dubai is newer. It's called VARA, also stands for Dubai's Virtual Assets Regulatory Authority. Now, it's newer, like I mentioned, but it's faster and it's built to grow in the current ecosystem for crypto. And when I say it's faster, I mean if you want to get licensing for your crypto company, VARA is a quicker timeline, around 6 to 12 months, while the ADGM could take a little bit more time. But they serve different groups of people and have different compliance measures. The ADGM has been around much longer, so when you look at its track record, you know that it's going to be predictable and you know that it has a well-established brand and presence already. And on the institutional side, it has even more trust. So for example, I'm saying all this because VARA is newer, up and coming, it's good, but the compliance is a little bit more fluid in that sense where things can change since it is a lot newer. While the ADGM is a lot older, doesn't really change, it just is what it is. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you have a crypto exchange that's regulated under either one of these authorities, it's not going to be the same thing. It might be very, very similar, but you would rather one be under the ADGM if you had to pick. While VARA is still great, but if you could, ADGM is a little bit better. Let me just break this down even further so you can understand. A transfer from an ADGM/FSRA licensed exchange looks just like a standard transfer from a financial institution. It's documented, regulated, and it's backed by clear rules. Keyword on clear rules, which should keep your funds more safe and avoid freezes. Now, VARA, on the other hand, is, again, like I said, more fluid and changing and growing as we speak day by day. Its framework is good, but it's still not as recognized on an institutional level, just like a license that's ADGM/FSRA. So it's not on the same level. Still good, but not on the same level. So for some real world examples, two of our favorite exchanges to use would be BurgeX and OKX. These are great exchanges. Now, BurgeX, although it is a newer exchange here in Dubai, is fully regulated by the ADGM and FSRA, while OKX is fully regulated by VARA. Now, what about the other platforms? Because you might be wondering, Kevin, I've never heard of OKX or BurgeX. What about Binance, Bybit, KuCoin, MEXC? What about these exchanges? Well, they are operating in Dubai, but they are not fully licensed by VARA yet. And that's why you'll see that they're offering limited services. For example, with Binance, if you wanted to cash out, it's still P2P to this day. So you would be getting a transfer from some random individuals, which I'm totally against doing. Because who knows if that guy is a money launderer or girl is a money launderer and they send you money and then now your account is frozen. That's the best case situation. The worst case situation is if it gets frozen and then now you have a legal case because the guy who sent you money was a criminal, right? You want to avoid these things. That's why I really love OTC, getting money directly from the exchange's corporate bank account. This is the best thing you can do. Now, this is for today. Today is November 2025. In the future, ideally, these other exchanges become fully regulated. But for now, we can only talk about what we have. So how can you actually make sure that you're cashing out safely? Well, number one, you can use either one of these exchanges. You can work with us here at GenZone and we can get your account open for you. Make sure everything goes smoothly. We have a white glove VVIP service for clients to set up their accounts. And more importantly, here are the steps you can follow. Always use a regulated exchange. Avoid OTC or P2P from unregulated people. You don't want to do this. Freezes can happen, you can lose your funds, they can scam you, run away, and more importantly, again, it's not legal. If everything goes smoothly, great, but it's not legal. So if your bank says one day, hey, why did you get this money? Well, what are you going to tell them? Number two, you need to make sure you complete a full KYC for a personal account or KYB for a business account, because the source of your funds does matter. Then moving forward, you need to use a crypto-friendly bank account. For example, Emirates NBD, WEO. These are great options. You can cash out your crypto here without any issues. And finally, keep good records of your actual trading activity and OTC transfers. It should be on the platform already, but just keep good records of them just so that you don't have any issues in the future. If they do ask you, you can provide them these documents. Otherwise, if you don't, you have to go look for it, but you can find it anyway. Now, in terms of speed, both of them are actually pretty good for cashing out, although an ADGM licensed company should be faster. However, the VARA licensed companies are pretty quick as well. With BurgeX, we get same day settlements. So we cash out and get it in the account the same day. Now, in terms of cost to cash out, it's around 0.3 basis points to 1%, depending on what you're cashing out, what's the volume, etc. But of course, you're going to have some fees associated to this. But it's crazy because in the unregulated market, you'll see people charging 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, even up to 15%, which is crazy, but some people pay it. And I know this is important to do legally and compliantly because I have some clients who have done it the wrong way and they had their accounts blocked. So you don't want this happening. You don't want to lose access to your funds. You don't want to have issues like that. You want things to go smoothly. So just do it right the first time. So if you want certainty, a good reputation, work with licensed exchanges that have been licensed and regulated by the local authorities. And of course, if you want to get access to these accounts in a VVIP way to make sure your accounts get opened the first time, you can click the link down below. We'd be more than happy to help you set this up so that you have no issues down the line. Again, if you're not ready to get started just yet, you can watch this video right here that shows you step by step what it looks like after you pay GenZone to set up your company here in Dubai.